What's up, Miami Heat fans? Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nick Roloff, and it's good to be here on a Monday night for another Heat Watch party. This one against the New York Knicks again. This is the third matchup of the year between Miami and New York. The most recent one was just this past Friday in the NBA Cup group stage play. Miami lost in New York in a very frustrating game, one that I think they could have won, but they ultimately were not able to rebound effectively enough. Mitchell Robinson, Cat, Landry Shamet went absolutely nuclear, and Miami lost. And that is the second straight loss for Miami. Their record now sits at 7-6 after back-to-back losses to the Cavs and Knicks. They look to get a win here tonight against New York and go up in the season series 2-1. Is a big game in the grand scheme of the Eastern Conference. And if you want to consider yourself a contending team, this is a game that Miami, I think, needs to win to get off a two-game losing streak and to get to 2-1 against the Knicks this year. Both teams are missing players. Tyler Herro is about 1 week away from returning, according to some reports. We'll probably talk more about that tomorrow on a video. Adebayo still out, but the Knicks without Jalen Brunson and OG Annunoby, so both teams missing two key players. Appreciate everybody for hanging in here with us here on a Monday night. Not been able to do a lot of Monday watch parties so far this season, but able to do tonight thanks to the Dolphins being on a bye week this week. So appreciate everybody for hanging in here with us. Hopefully you guys are ready for a party here on a Monday. It's always good to hang out with the Heat fans. And as we get today's show started, as we always do, we like to start it off the same way every single time, and that is, where are you watching from? Shout out your city for me down in the comments section, where the real ones are. Melvin's its birthday today. Happy birthday to Melvin. Get those HBDs in the chat. We got Ty Man from Ohio. Miami for Tyson. We got Brian Aycock in the building. I think that's Brian Aycock. It says Aycock. It says, I'm so hyped. Might be a different Aycock, though. I don't know. Kamimoto in Fort Myers. I'll be in Fort Myers next week for Thanksgiving. Miramar, Florida. Miramar, Florida is am I tripping? Miramar, Florida is Fort Myers too, right? I think so. Irvine, California. Antarctica, England. Union City, New Jersey. I mean, Miramar, Florida, is that a separate place? Like, I know Miramar, like, outlets, and I'm pretty sure that's Fort Myers, right? It's a different version. He says, nah, Broward. Oh. Maybe it's spelled differently. Miramar, Florida. It is... Yeah, on that side. All right, I'm thinking of Miramar Lakes. That's what it is. Miramar Lakes is in Fort Myers. Miramar Lakes is in Fort Myers. What's up, Appuccino? Yeah, spelled different, slightly different. I got you now. Jason Holmes says, I'm from New York and a Heat fan. Well, you're a legend, Jason Holmes. You're a legend. You're a legend. What's up, Tyson? Yeah, this guy is definitely not Brian Aycock. Guy's definitely not Brian Aycock. Oh, it's not even spelled right. Where is it? I don't know. David Bell in North Miami Beach. Birmingham, Alabama for the birthday boy. Nah, this is not Brian Aycock. I know. I know it's not. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. Okay, this guy's being a weirdo. I'm putting a ban on him. You don't come in here and fake advertise yourself as the legendary Mr. Brian Aycock and be disrespectful and be in my chat. That's for sure. Get him out of here. You think you're coming in here and disrespecting one of the legends, Brian Aycock? Get out of here. Shout out to another legend, Wasim Khan, with the $2 super chat getting tonight started. Shout out to you, Wasim. Listen, your Bears, man, 7-3. They've been humming. Tell you what, Wasim, that's something. something. Do I think they are for real? I don't know. I think it might be a little bit too early for them to win the playoffs. What do you think, Wes? Do you think they're going to be able to win? Do you think they're going to be able to win a playoff game this year, Wasim? I don't know, Jim. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. Well, we do got to tell you about our sponsor on today's show. And you probably guessed it, but it's the legendary, the myth, the meth, Prize Picks. I don't know. I'm feeling a little weird today. I don't know why. Feel like I don't have my A material today, but we'll have to see throughout today's stream, don't we? You know who always has their A material? That's Prize Picks. This stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The basketball season continues, and you know what never changes? Well, the feeling of being right. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. So simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players' stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you could pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to go more than on Norman Powell threes. Want to go more than on his rebounds, his fantasy score, where you can all in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. Which player are going off? Which players are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and put your takes to the test. As always, I have an entry for tonight's game. I'm going less on Karl-Anthony Towns points. I don't think he cooks us again. I'm going more than Norman Powell points in the first 3 minutes. 2.5. I think he gets an early 3. And I went more than Nikola Jovic. Take advantage, if you are watching now, on this flash max discount. Half a point for Jokic. Yeah, that's obviously going to happen. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. Who you got in this game? Like I said, this is the third matchup of the year between Miami and New York. Both teams have won a game. The Knicks lost in Miami 115-107 in the first week of the year. And then this past Friday, Knicks beat Miami 140-132. So both teams won their home game. This is the third of 4 matchups this season. Miami will go to New York for another game on December 21st. That's why it's important to get yourself a 2-1 lead in this season series, because then it at least clinches at worst a series split of the season. So big game, I think, for both teams here. Both would like to get a win without key players. We'll see what ultimately happens, but 89% of the live chat going with the Heat. I see Ty Man in the building going with MIA, Kate Angel, MIA, Slaying Cat, Tyson Bryant, Melvin all rocking with the Heat. I just freaking pray to God we don't get out rebound and give up 20 offensive rebounds tonight, and I pray to God we don't let Jordan Clarkson and Landry Shamet combine for 50 goddamn points again. I mean, my God, if that happens, I'll gouge my eyes out. I wanted to claw my eyes out on Friday night. For most of you that were here for that game on Friday night, you heard a lot of F-bombs. You heard a lot of angry Nick Roloff. I mean, it was as frustrating as I've seen a game this year. And it's really unfortunate that the last 2 streams we've had have been incredibly infuriating. Last Wednesday against the G League Cavs, oh, that was brutal. A bad loss at home, blowing a 9-point fourth quarter lead. And then in New York on Friday, just incredibly frustrating. A game that was right there for the taking. It was a battle back and forth, but letting Landry Shamet, Cat, and Jordan Clarkson do that to you, well, that was disgraceful. Hopefully that doesn't happen again tonight. MacBon's in the building. Appreciate that kind comment of always bringing the energy. Listen, you and I don't agree on a lot here, but I appreciate you always coming in and watching the streams. That's why, listen, I know we go back and forth a lot and we disagree, but you're always welcome here, of course, and we appreciate you for tuning in. And you're right, the only stat that matters is getting a W. Now, I do think rebounding is a large part in getting a W. I don't know if you completely agree with that. But there are people that are here that come here and are disrespectful. You and I disagree, but at least you are never disrespectful. And that's why you're always welcome here in the chat. That's why you're always welcome. That's why you're always welcome. Yeah, that's a good point, too, by Mekmon. Both games were decided by 8 points. So Knicks and Heat have played 8 quarters, and through those 8 quarters, they are evenly tied at 147 points. 147 to 147. All right, 247 to 247 through 8 quarters. That's kind of fun. That's kind of interesting. Someone asked, are we trading Herro and Rozier for Lauri Markkanen? You know what? I think I'm going to make a video about potentially doing that this week. I think I'm going to make a video about that. It's certainly an intriguing idea, and it's one that I don't think you can just write off. I writ off Lauri Markkanen in the offseason a little bit because of how his play diminished a little bit last season after getting a new big contract, and you wondered, well, this guy got a massive deal. First time getting paid $40+ million. Is he going to just now kind of mail it in a little bit on a bad team and just collect paychecks like we've seen happen across the league at times? Well, he has certainly turned it on this year, and he looks like a top 15 player in basketball. So it's certainly a interesting thought, and I think we'll go into that kind of thought process on a video this week. Probably put out a video on Thursday. I think tomorrow I'll do a video on a Tyler Herro injury update plus whatever fallout from this game tonight. And then we'll probably talk about a Lauri Markkanen trade potentially on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. But we got 120 people watching. If you're ready for the game tonight here on a Monday, hit that thumbs up icon. Still probably got another 14 minutes until we get tipped off, as we always do have to wait until 12 minutes after. Jahmir Young was called up from the G League today for this game. He is in uniform. Jahmir Young has been killing it for Miami's G League squad. If you were not aware as well, Kasparas Jakucionis, the first-round pick out of Illinois, was sent to the G League, and he made his debut for Sioux Falls this past weekend. And that was probably the right decision. I have forecasted that being the case because what is the point of having a 19-year-old rookie sit on your bench and rotting and not playing? He needs to go get experience. He needs to go get reps. It's not a bad thing to be going to play in the G League. There's a lot of veteran guards on this Heat team, so he needs to just get playing basketball. And he's going to do that more often at Sioux Falls, and then hopefully he comes back and rejoins Miami's real club and gets some action later on in the year. Or if a injury to a Dru Smith or Davion Mitchell occurs, then Jakucionis could be back. But you obviously hope that injury doesn't happen. But hit that thumbs up icon. Only 28 likes. I mean, that just can't happen. Come on. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get to 50 likes right now. That's about 50% of the people watching. I think it's disrespectful not to get the likes up in this stream. Like, come on. I'm here on a Monday night hanging out with all you, giving you play-by-play commentary analysis for free. Just got to be subscribed and tuning in. And I think a like that takes 1 second of your day is very much bare minimum. And it's really appreciative on our end, and we hope that we get the likes up. Come on. Get those likes up. Get those likes up as we're about 12 minutes away from tip-off. What's up, Ryan? What's up? Let's get to 50 likes, and then we'll talk more about the game and maybe talk about a score prediction as well. Pouncing Panther Pucks, you know, he liked the video right away. Team Rivas, appreciate you. Let's get that like up. We're at 39. We're 11 away. 11 likes away, and then we'll talk about our mention our super chat menu, and then we'll do a little talk about the game action. We'll talk a little about the game. Oh, cracking my back. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like in a weird mood today. I can't put my pulse on it, but I feel a little weird. Weird. 44 likes. Come on. Let's get to 50. We need 6 more. Still riding high on that Dolphins win, maybe. I'll tell you what. I said it on our live show on Dolphins earlier today. Maybe that's why. 2 lives in one day. An hour and a half Dolphins live show on Monday into a Heat Report watch party. Only an hour in between them. Maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit weird. That's certainly possible. Don't often do 2 different live shows in one day. A little punch drunk, if you will. Man. 4 likes away from 50. Let's get there. Come on. 4 likes away. We're going to be the 4 people to hit that thumbs up icon. 7-6 Heat. 8-4 Knicks. Each have beaten each other at home. Hopefully the Heat can continue that trend and win at home again today. Get to 8-6. And it's going to have to. I mean, the Heat are currently a play-in team right now. And now you're thinking, play-in team? I thought we were doing really well. We are playing well without Herro, without Bam. But the fact is, this Eastern Conference is competitive. The Eastern Conference is so weird because there's like 3 dog shit teams. Like the Wizards, Pacers, and Nets are like 1-12. But all 3 of those teams being so freaking bad has allowed some of these other teams, like the Sixers, the Raptors, the Bulls, the Bucks, the Magic, like the Heat, all of us have like 7-8 wins because those teams are so bad. And it just is a little difficult. Andrew Shan went for 36 on Friday. If he does that shit again, I'm not watching a game the rest of the year. At least we got 50 likes. That's very much appreciative. Super Chat menu is the same as always, folks. And here's the truth. Our month-long raffle is for this Heat Report Hall of Fame basketball from a year ago. We're going to raffle this off in our last stream of November. And I got bad news. The last stream of the month is actually this Friday. We're going to be live tonight, live on Wednesday for the game against the Warriors, and then live on Friday for the game against the Bulls. But that's the last stream in November because I'm going to Fort Myers, Florida next week for Thanksgiving to hang out with my parents. Dolphins are on a bye week this week and then into next week, obviously. So I'm taking advantage and going to see family next week. So I won't be doing any watch parties next week. And then once we return back from Fort Myers, then it's December. Monday, December 1st against the Clippers. So we got 3 more streams in the month of November. So if you want to get a chance to get this Heat Report Hall of Fame basketball from a year ago, got to get into the raffle that we'll be picking a winner on Friday night. So you guys know what you got to do. $10, we're going to continue to rip off 10 push-ups. And then $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. Get on the board here for the season. And then we'll take a shot to celebrate. Got the Patron with me today. We have a couple MVPs in the building today. Wasim Khan, Apachito, the Slaying Cat. Those are the only MVPs that I've seen today so far. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with us here. But if you want to be recognized as an MVP and get on the Heat board for the year, $20 Super Chat is how you do it. And we'll celebrate with a shot. All right. Predict the score. We're under 10 minutes to go until we get underway. Who wins and what is the score? Age-old question here at the channel. Let me know your thoughts. As I mentioned, Heat lost 140-132 on Friday. Beat them 115-107 early in the year. I think the Heat rebound well today in both literal rebounding and metaphorically. I say the Heat get a win, and the score is 128-123. A 5-point high-scoring win. 128-123. Score. Miami wins. That's what I'm saying. I feel better. I feel like after how embarrassing it has been over the past week, I think Miami's really going to put forth their best effort on the rebounding today against a team that has 2 of the best rebounders in the league in Cat and Mitchell Robinson. And I say we get a win. Slaying Cat is going 128-121 Miami, almost same score as me. 134-125 Miami for Tyson. We'll see. It's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be a tight one. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we blow them out, Team Rivera's. I certainly think we get a win, or Team Rivas. I don't know if the Heat are capable of blowing them out. But as I mentioned, Knicks are going to be without OG Annunoby and Jalen Brunson tonight. Miami dealing with injuries, obviously. Tyler Herro not set to return. Sounds like he'll be back next week. So unfortunate that he'll probably be returning during Thanksgiving week when I will be unable to stream any of the games. That's a bummer. But that's when it sounds like he'll be back. Obviously, no Jalen Brunson and OG, as I mentioned. But Bam Adebayo out for Miami as well. That sounds like when they're going to be back. Aaron Fitzgerald, good to see you. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. Ryan, it sounds like Pete Alonso is going to be a Red Sox. And you know what? I don't give a fuck, excuse my language, that Pete Alonso is leaving the Mets. Obviously, he's a franchise legend only in about 6 seasons, 2019 to now, and home run leader for the Mets. Most home runs in Mets history belongs to Pete Alonso. But the truth is, should the Mets be paying $35, $40 million a year for a first baseman? Probably not. Probably not. We have a lot of good infielders in our farm system. We got to use that money on pitching because our pitching was horrific last year. So you've got to do it. You're paying a lot of money for Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor, rightfully deserved. And I'm not saying Alonso doesn't deserve it, but I just don't think Miami should do that. Or the Mets. I'm all over the place. I'm saying Miami. I'm saying the Mets. I can't do it. Yeah, the Mets need pitching. We need to, if they wanted to say, F that, let Pete Alonso walk and go spend $30 million a year on a starting pitcher, see, that's what we should do. It's unfortunate, but our pitching is so bad, you basically got to say, all right, we're going to let Pete walk. We're not going to pay him $30 mil. We got to use that $30 mil a year on a pitcher. That's the right decision, too. It's the right decision. It's the right decision. We're almost about to get underway in Miami. It is a Vice night for the Heat. They're wearing their Vice unis. Starting lineup for Miami, as per usual, without Bam and Tyler Herro, Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Pelle Larsson, Andrew Wiggins, and Kel'el Ware. The Knicks are going with Mitchell Robinson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Deuce McBride, Mikal Bridges. I actually don't know who they're starting in place of OG Annunoby tonight. I don't know who they're starting in place of him today. I actually don't. I actually do not. But if you're ready for the game, spam those me's. If you're fired up for tonight's game, let me hear it. Let me hear it. 190 people in the live chat. Let me hear it. I see Axie, Jason Holmes, Young Fargo, Apachito, Dan Morales, Stock Up, Candace, Slaying Cat, Team Revis. Come on, baby. Maddie, Arch, spam those me's. Ooh, man. Bucks Cavs tonight. Giannis is cooking. So is Donovan Mitchell. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit, I tell you what. I tell you what. How does Isaiah Stewart have no rebounds? I bet on his rebounds today. What are we doing? Clippers up 36-25 on the Sixers. Crazy. What's up, Jay the Fox? Typing those memes. We got Almero saying good day, Nick. Good day to you. Did I miss the Knicks starting lineup again? I think I did. God damn it. I don't know who's starting for the Knicks. I don't know who that fifth starter is. I don't know who it is. But Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo did practice for the Heat on Sunday, in case you were missing that. So there could be a return soon for Herro and Bam. Sounds like Hero's about a week away from playing real basketball, so he'll likely return maybe on Sunday against the Sixers or next week during Thanksgiving week. And Bam probably should be back within a week or two as well if he's practicing. I bet it's within 2 weeks. So you feel pretty confident that Heat will be fully healthy in the next 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks from now. So when we're in December, Monday, December 1st against the Clippers, I'm willing to bet both Herro and Bam are suiting up for the Heat, which is awesome. We're almost fully healthy. And for us to be about 500 while they're hurt, I mean, that's terrific. I mean, you can't ask for anything else. Game about to get underway, folks. Final time to get your votes in. Who you got? MIA for the Heat or the NYK for the Knicks? All right, we're up and running. Kel'el Ware wins the tip. That fifth starter for the Knicks looks to be Landry Shamet. Cooked us, and now they're starting him. He'd start with the ball. Andrew Wiggins, coming off a curl, almost turns it over. Now finds Davion Mitchell on a back cut to the rim, but he smokes the layup. And now here comes the Knicks after the missed shot. Deuce McBride's got it. They post up Cat, guarded by Davion Mitchell. Cat went for 30-plus against us. They work it around the perimeter. A Landry Shamet pull-up mid-range shot, rattles in and out, and a rebound by Miami there. Andrew Wiggins corrals it. So good start on the defensive glass. Wiggins now attacks Cat. Goes to the rim. Misses the layup. Offensive rebound, Ware. His shot no good. Wiggins offensive rebound, but he misses the putback. Deuce McBride now the other way. Gets it to Bridges. Bridges swings it to McBride. Corner three. Good. And it's 3-0 New York. Davion Mitchell over to Larsson. Larsson driving on Shamet. Bank shot goes for Pelle Larsson. And that's how the first score of the game happens for the Heat. Good to see Larsson aggressive on the offensive end. 1.5 minutes into this one. Mitchell Robinson gets it to Deuce McBride. McBride over to Shamet. Shamet trying to get to Cat. They get it to Bridges. High-low action inside. It's turned over. Oh, a late whistle on the Heat here. Foul called on Andrew Wiggins, pulling Cat's arm. Cat double team, ball loose. It's knocked out of bounds. I will stay with the Knicks. Heat quickly to double Cat there. You wonder if they're going to do that all game long. I heard him a bit on Friday because he was able to just kick it out and get it to his shooters like Shamet, McBride, and Jordan Clarkson. Speaking of McBride, 4 on the shot clock. He's driving. Cut off by Mitchell. Has to fade away. Oh my goodness, he made it. Deuce McBride has all 5 points for the Knicks. I mean, that was just excellent defense. Andrew Wiggins goes up, jump ball. Andrew Wiggins fucking sucks. Wiggins is kind of bagless, I gotta be honest. Like, Wiggins can hit a step back, like, mid-range shot at times, but when he goes to the rim, he's got no bag, man. Shocker, Cat wins the jump ball between him and Wiggins, former teammates in Minnesota. So Knicks have it up 3. Slow first quarter start here in this one. Cat over to McBride, swung to Shamet, now Bridges. Bridges drives to the rim, gets bumped and fouled by Ware, and now Mikal Bridges is going to head to the line. Ware, it's got to stand your ground, Kel'el. Kel'el, you're 7 feet with a 7'4" wingspan. Stand your ground. Don't fall for the fake. Bridges heading on the charity stripe for New York here He had a solid game on Friday, but it wasn't spectacular. Bridges makes the first free throw. And he makes the second, 7-2. Heat have it. Larsson, Landry Shamet touched earth. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins drives, kicks. Larsson three-point try. No good there, and the Heat offense starting really slow in this one. Cat thought about a deep three, now drives as Larsson picked him up. Fadeaway bank shot, no good. Heat rebound. They push. They have numbers. 5-on-4. Wiggins to the rim. Layup. Good. Good job by Miami. Going to the rack off the transition opportunity. 7-4. Mikal Bridges tries a three, and he drains it to put the Knicks up by 6. My prize picks lost because I had Powell 3 points in the first 3 minutes. Powell tries a sidestep three, no good. Kel'el Ware tracks down the offensive rebound. Rebounding has been better for Miami early. Now it's just time for the Heat to make some shots. Larsson wide open in the corner for a three. And there's a shot. And the Heat come back with a three of their own. They trail by 3. Larsson with 5 points early. Bridges at the top of the key. Gets it to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson now to Shamet. Shamet driving baseline. Reverse layup. Blocked by Ware. He gets the rebound. Heat have numbers. 5-on-3. Powell to the rim. Left hand finish is good. And the Heat get back within 1. Excellent defense by Kel'el Ware, sparking the transition opportunity for Miami. Shamet trying to get it to Cat, posting up on Wiggins. They get it to him. Cat backing down. They double Cat. Cat. I thought he's traveling. Holy shit. Turnaround hook jumper, no good. Excellent box out, Kel'el Ware. He gets the board. There you go, Kel'el. That is picture perfect stuff. Wiggins, step back three. Can we stop with the Andrew Wiggins iso ball today? Deuce McBride now accelerates. It's knocked off of his knee, going the other way. Heat ball. Good hands by Norman Powell on the drive. R says, how do I make Nick do push-ups? $10. Super chat, I do 10 push-ups. We appreciate any donation to help us grow this channel. It gives us more opportunities to go live. Maybe we finally get a producer help this season. Larsson picks up his dribble, now dumps it off to Powell. Powell gets by Bridges, drives inside, no good. Ball batted around. Ware offensive rebound and floats it up and in. Kel'el Ware has been sensational on the glass so far in this game. And the Heat have their first lead of the game, 11-10. Quick three by Cat the other way. No good. A rebound by Miami. Rebound. And the Heat are on a 7-0 run and look to extend this run and take a bigger lead. Davion Mitchell isolating on Bridges. Drives, kicks to Larsson. Swung to Wiggins. Now Powell. Corner three. No good there, and Cat secures the rebound. Josh Hart checked in for Mitchell Robinson, and he finds the trailing Cat. McBride now working downhill. Swings it to Hart. Cat open for three. Heat fell asleep defensively, but dodge a bullet, and Larsson tracks down the rebound. Halfway through this first quarter, Heat lead by 1. Wiggins driving downhill. A lot of contact, no call. Kel'el Ware offensive rebound, and he puts it back up and in. Heat lead 13-10. Timeout, New York. The effort on the glass for Miami tonight is apparent. The Knicks need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. Oh, got off to a rough start. They were down 10-4, but a 9-0 Heat run, and the Heat back up front by 3. And the story in this one so far is the Heat's better effort on the glass and Kel'el Ware's activity on the glass. I mean, Kel'el Ware early in this game, folks, has 4 points and 4 rebounds, with 3 of those rebounds being offensive. The Heat as a team have 7 Ware has 5 rebounds, excuse me. Early in this game, the Heat have 10 rebounds, Knicks 5. So you're already doubling up on the glass early. It's awesome. I love that the chat's on fire. Shout out to everybody spamming those fireball emojis. You rebound the ball. You give yourself second chance opportunities. What happens? Good things. Good things happen. Good things happen when you rebound. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Good things happen when you rebound. Heat are also doing a good job defending Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, they've gotten lucky. He's missed a couple of threes because he has had a couple of looks. But no easy buckets for the Knicks to this point. No easy buckets for the Knicks tonight. Nothing easy should happen in this game. Need this type of rebounding all game long. When Nikola Jovic checks in, I need this type of effort, man. Need this type of effort all night long. Halfway through this first quarter, Heat lead. Oh, an interesting substitution here for the Knicks. I see... Is that Ariel Hawk-Porty in the game? And Cat's still in. They go double big with Hawk-Porty and Cat. Hawkeye's in for the first time. He's defending Cat. They try to post him up, but Kel'el Ware steals it. Heat in transition. Ware to the rim for a slam. Kel'el Ware with the steal and the slam. He has been everywhere in this game so far. An 11-0 run, and the Heat lead by 5. Look at Kel'el Ware, man. Good start to the game for him. By the way, that's not Ariel Hawk-Porty. That's Diarra. Oh, that's an offensive foul on Cat. Raise that elbow. It's going the other way. Turnover on the Knicks. Cat scoreless. First foul. 0 for 4 shooting. That's why even my prize picks lost already, but that's why we put the less on Cat points. He went for 39 against us on Friday. Oh my God, the Heat turned it over. Deuce McBride in transition. Next on a tree. How did they turn it over? I didn't even see it. They weren't even showing the game. Deuce McBride with 8 points. Leading scorer in the game. Mitchell tries to answer with a 3. Rattles in and out. Knicks have it. It's Diarra over to Hart. Hart drives, cut off, slid that pivot foot. Travel on Josh Hart. Turnover, back to Miami. Turnover back to Miami. Make sure you hit that thumbs up icon, folks. Over 300 people watching, only 83 likes. Let's get to 100 right now. Hit that thumbs up button. Come on. Let's get to triple-digit likes. Slow first quarter, low scoring. Rarity for Miami to have a low scoring first quarter. 15-13. Hawkeyes driving on Hart. Takes a lot of contact and misses the shot. Rebound falls to New York. Hart drives inside, kicks out to McBride. McBride to the free throw line for a mid-range 2, and he drills it. And we're back square at 15. Deuce McBride has 10 points. Norman Powell held scoreless here. A little bit of a surprise. Pull-up mid-range jumper comes up short. Rebound down to Cat. Here comes the Knicks. McBride, right wing 3, comes up short. And a good rebound there by Miami. Now they work up ahead in transition. Mitchell to the cutting Larsson. And the pass was too hot to handle out of bounds. And I don't really blame Pelle Larsson for not being able to handle that. That was a 99-mile-per-hour fastball by Davion Mitchell. 89 likes. Come on. Get to 100. 300 people watching. We should be able to get to 100 likes easy. More substitutions for Miami. Nikola Jovic and Simone Fontecchio into the game. Jordan Clarkson in for the Knicks, and he immediately launches a 3. No good. And a great rebound by Pelle Larsson, boxing out Mitchell Robinson. Look at Pelle Larsson work it. Now Jovic drive, kick. Mitchell 3. No, and the Heat are ice cold from the field today. Which is a good thing that you've not been able to knock down a single shot, basically, and you're still tied. Hart drives on Fontecchio. Good defense by Simone, better offense by Hart, and the Knicks go back in front. It's a 7-0 Knicks run. Fontecchio drives baseline, reverse layup, a lot of contact, no call. And then they call Nikola Jovic on a rebounding foul. I don't know how they don't call a foul there. Fontecchio got absolutely bumped by Mitchell Robinson. Ridiculous no call. Second time out here in the first quarter. Heat trail by 2. We're going to use this opportunity to tell you about our sponsor today, which is Prize Picks. This stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The basketball season continues, and you know what never changes? Well, the feeling of being right. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. So simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you could pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to go more than on Norman Powell 3s. Want to go more than on his rebounds, his fantasy score, where you can all in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. Which player are going off? Which players are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and put your takes to the test. As always, I have an entry for tonight's game. I'm going less on Karl-Anthony Towns points. I don't think he cooks us again. I'm going more than Norman Powell points in the first 3 minutes. 2.5. I think he gets an early 3. And I went more than Nikola Jovic. Take advantage if you are watching now on this flash max discount. Half a point for Jokic. Yeah, that's obviously going to happen. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Shout out Prize Picks. You want the Heat to beat the Knicks? Like the video. We're at 99. Let's get to triple digits. Come on. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm bummed that my Prize Picks already lost too, man. I really thought Norman Powell was going to come out in the first 3 minutes of the game and hit a 3. I really did. Norman Powell didn't even score in the first quarter, and I doubt he's comes back in the game. For the first quarter, at least. Obviously, he'll be back in the game. Yeah, thanks. You know, it was big to get a win for the Dolphins. It was fun. I know some people are going to be upset because it ruins draft, but it's hard for me to ever root for the Dolphins to lose a game, man. It's hard for me to root for a loss. I'll root for a loss if you're mathematically eliminated in the final 2 weeks of the year. But even in November, I know you're not good. I can't root for a loss. Can't do it. Cross 100 likes. Let's go. Thank you. Keep on hitting that like button. You want the Heat to win, beat the Knicks. I mean, no sense of jinxing it. All right. 3 minutes to go here in quarter number one. Knicks lead 17-15. They have the ball. Dru Smith into the game for the first time. McBride has it, guarded by Dru Smith. He gets a screen from Mitchell Robinson. McBride probing, kicks it over to Clarkson. Clarkson now drives on Jovic. Hangs in the air, can't finish. Rebound fought for. Mitchell Robinson comes away with it, but Dru Smith takes it away. He'd have numbers. 5-on-4. Jaquez to the rim. Fouled by Mitchell Robinson. Well, the question is it in the act of shooting? But great job by Dru Smith to be active. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson grabbed the offensive rebound, but the little guy down low rips it from the big fella. And that's why, as a big fella, when you get an offensive rebound, you never bring the ball down low because those little pesky guards will be there to try to take it from you. It'll be side out for Miami, no shooting. Wiggins back in for the Heat as well. Josh Hart falls asleep. Jovic open three, and he makes them pay! Nico with a triple. It'd be nice to see a good Jovic game because ever since that crazy big performance against the Blazers, he's been pretty ass. McBride inside, pull up two, no. Rebound Fontecchio. The rebounding has been phenomenal for Miami so far. Jaquez driving to the rim, stop, 6-foot put-up shot. Good! 5-0 run for Miami, and they go back in front by 3 with 2 to go in the first quarter. Josh Hart has it, defended by Nikola Jovic. He calls for a screen from Mitchell Robinson. Knicks work it around to Clarkson. He drives, kicks. McBride's the leading scorer in the game. Can't make that one. Offensive rebound by the Knicks. Kick out to Hart. Hart drives to the rim. A lot of contact and a foul will be called on Simone Fontecchio. So Josh Hart will go to the charity stripe for 2. Hart's first free throw rattles home. Hart averaging 8.7 points and 6.6 rebounds this year. Had a triple-double on Friday against the Miami Heat. Certainly getting a larger role offensively with OG Annunoby and Jalen Brunson out. Hart misses the second free throw, but Mitchell Robinson gets the offensive rebound. So Knicks have an opportunity to get another bucket here, and Josh Hart throws up a big-time brick, and this time Jovic secures the rebound. Jovic now drives inside, Euro step kick, Fontecchio, pump fake, relocate 3. Good! Simone! Bellissimo! Heat up 5! Fontecchio's been absolutely awesome for the Heat this year. Bridges now kicks to Hart. Hart looking for the answer. Ball movement crisp for New York, and it ends up being a Bridges running layup. And it's back to a 3-point game with a minute to play in the opening 12. Heat have shot extremely poor in this first quarter, yet still lead. That is good signs. Jaquez drives on Mitchell Robinson, gets the angle, and reverses it home with the left hand. Jaquez with the bucket. Heat back up by 5. Heat have led by 5 multiple times this quarter, but never larger. Heat trailed by 6 in this opening quarter. Trailed 10-4, and they've led by 5 3 separate occasions. Pretty move by Jaquez, who's certainly going to have to work on his finishing around the rim because the league has already started to adjust and defend him with centers because he's been able to get to the rim so frequently against guards and wings, but not been able to shoot it, so they've been putting centers on him. Knicks trying to go 2 for 1. Deuce McBride, step back, mid-range, no good. Rebound to Miami. The rebounding has been so freaking good for the Heat today. Out-rebounding New York 15-12, and they've created multiple second-chance opportunities for themselves. Heat have a chance to take their largest lead of the game if they get a bucket on this possession. 12 to go. Jaquez at the elbow, over to Fontecchio. Gets a screen, pump fake. Three-pointer, short, ball loose, rebounded by Josh Hart, and it's going to stay with Miami. The Knicks want to foul. Hart says he got bumped by Jovic, but in my opinion, nobody had possession there. Hart grabs it, and then, oh, that's not a foul. His momentum was going out of bounds. 1.2 seconds to go, and the Heat will have the final possession. And no challenge coming for the Knicks, so the Heat will lead by at minimum 5 points after the first quarter. But does Eric Spoelstra have an out-of-bounds play here to script up a catch-and-shoot opportunity for Miami to maybe get a bigger lead? DJ Khaled in the building, sitting right next to the Heat bench. Literally right next to the assistant coaches of Miami. It's good stuff. Jovic to inbound. 1.2. They get it to Jaquez. Jaquez for three. No good. Boy, Jaime is very bad at shooting the basketball. He is very bad. Heat up after 5. You hate the Knicks? Spam those FNYKs. I hate the Knicks. Spam those FNYKs. Slaying Cat, Young Fargo, Tycoon all doing it. Yeah, part of that, MacBon, you're not wrong, but ideally here is like, it's just a personnel issue for the Heat right now. Once Bam Adebayo comes back, MacBon, and I know you're going to say, oh, he's bringing it to Bam again, but that's where like you'll always have Bam or Ware on the floor. And if you have one of Bam or Ware on the floor, well, then Mitchell Robinson will have to guard them. And then that opens it up back for Jaime to where he can then be guarded by wings and guards and be able to attack the rim more efficiently. When you have these lineups where Nikola Jovic is your biggest guy, you do not have to put a center on Jovic, and you can put the center on Jaquez. Because Jovic isn't going to punish you inside. Bam or Ware would. So, once again, once Bam is back and the Heat have two legit centers again, instead of just one, it will open it up for Jaime, and it will create more roster balance. So I do think it's an issue for the Heat right now, but it's an issue that will be solved when Bam returns, in terms of Jaime being defended by centers. So that's an issue that I think the solution is there for. First quarter in the books, stats in this game so far, Heat shooting 11 of 28. Both teams have made 3 threes. Knicks have turned it over 6 times. It's really allowed Miami to take a 5-point lead here. Heat haven't gotten to the charity stripe, but more importantly, the Heat out-rebounded the Knicks in the first quarter. Still a lot of basketball to be played, 36 minutes to be exact. Got to keep up that intensity on the glass if you want to win the rebounding battle against the Knicks tonight, which I think is a big-time key to victory. Big-time key to victory. Ooh, poor shooting by each team, but Heat able to still have a lead. Back in action here in quarter number 2. Same lineup on the floor for Miami. Cat back in for the Knicks, and they get a great play out of the timeout to find Jordan Clarkson on a back cut for an easy layup. Jaquez defended by Hart right now. They get it over to Wiggins, and then Jaquez sets an illegal screen, turnover. Landry Shamet has top up the key over to Cat. Hand Handoff to Shamet. Another great play by the Knicks. And Shamet has an open look. No good. And then Jovic is beat to the board. Rebound foul called. Hart drew it. Fucking Nico, dude. He attempted to box him out, but he just got beat to the ball. Come on, man. I love you, Nico. It's getting incredibly difficult to try to defend you and feel optimistic about you long term. Jovic bats the ball out of bounds there, and it will stay with New York. Side out of bounds. 13 on the shot clock. They inbound it successfully this time. Hart in the corner. Cat sets a screen. Now they try to post up Cat, but Mikal Bridges comes to the corner on a curl. Gets it. Now back out to Hart to the rim, and he finishes with the left hand. 4-0 run for the Knicks in this first minute of the quarter. Heat lead down to 1. Jaquez driving on Hart. Pull-up floater. And it danced around the rim, but couldn't fall. New York has a chance to retake the lead. Cat, pump fakes, drives downhill, stripped out of bounds. It will stay with the Knicks. Cat wants a foul. Heat said it was off of Cat's leg, but it will ultimately be Knicks' ball on the baseline. Oh, that's definitely off Cat. I wonder if Spoelstra would challenge. I mean, it was 1,000% off Cat's. It hit Cat's hand the second time. Well, the no challenge hits Miami because Landry Shamet just bottomed the triple. 7-0 run to start this quarter. Wiggins inside, turns it over. This guy fucking sucks. Stop giving the ball to Andrew Wiggins to create, please. Clarkson inside, good. 9-0 run for the Knicks to start this quarter. Down by 4. Andrew Wiggins can't lead a unit. Can't do it. Jovic, baseline drive, cut off, swings it. Good ball movement for Miami. Fontecchio 3. Big time triple from Simone. Second 3 of the game. He's got 6 points. Heat back within 1. Bridges over to Shamet. Shamet, straight line drive to the rim. Throws up a wild shot. No good, but a late whistle on Jovic is his 3rd foul. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. Sham at the line. Misses the first. Shamet makes the second. Keshad Johnson in the game. Sure, this will go well. Might be the worst player in the NBA on a standard contract. Wiggins, catch and shoot 3, air ball. This guy sucks. Wiggins sucks. I know I overreact to a lot of things, but I'm more and more out on Wiggins as the days go on. Clarkson inside, can't make the floater. Rebound Wiggins. Heat pushing. Jaquez to Johnson underneath the rim. Johnson goes up with it and smokes the layup. He fucking sucks. Offensive rebound Miami out to Dru Smith. No good. Get Keshad Johnson off my fucking roster. He did Knicks in transition and 1 Mikal Bridges. Get Keshad Johnson off my fucking team. I'm so fucking sick of him, dude. He's so dog shit, dude. Is Bridges shaking up here? What's going on? I don't know, but Heat down 3 with 9:04 to go. I don't know if Flat is with the team. I don't know if he's with the team or in the G League still. No Jameer Young back with the squad tonight. Bridges misses the and one free throw. So Heat remain down by 3. 9 minutes to go in the opening half. Jaquez drives, kicks. Keshad Johnson for 3. No. Surprise. Get him off the fucking team. Bridges posting up inside. Turns. Easy dunk. Dru Smith. Mouse in the house. Golden is on the bench in warm-ups? Yeah, he is. So Golden is available to play. Will the Heat play him? Probably not. Wiggins inside. Right hook shot. No. He sucks too. Who's worse? Andrew Wiggins or Keshad Johnson? Honestly, I can't tell right now. Shamit, pull up 3. No. Rebound falls to Miami. Johnson over to Smith. Heat it running. Fontecchio has a look in transition. And where would we be without the Italian? Another triple. Fontecchio's third of the game. He's got 9. And the Heat are down by 2. I just tweeted out, where would Miami be this season without Simone Fontecchio? I mean, they would suck. He's been so big off the bench with his three-point shooting in so many games this season. First time out of the second quarter, we'll use this opportunity to tell you about our sponsor on today's show. That is Prize Picks. This stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The basketball season continues, and you know what never changes? Well, the feeling of being right. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. So simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you could pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to go more than on Norman Powell threes. Want to go more than on his rebounds, his fantasy score, where you can all in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. Which player are going off? Which players are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and put your takes to the test. As always, I have an entry for tonight's game. I'm going less on Karl-Anthony Towns points. I don't think he cooks us again. I'm going more than Norman Powell points in the first 3 minutes. 2.5. I think he gets an early 3. And I went more than Nikola Jovic. Take advantage if you are watching now on this flash max discount. Half a point for Jokic. Yeah, that's obviously going to happen. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Bummer that I lost because Norman Powell did not only not score in the first 3 minutes of the game, he is actually still scoreless in the game. He has not checked in since his first 6-7 minute stint in the first quarter. But, hey, Prize Picks. Still a lot of fun to play every single day. If you have not already, hit that sub button. 371 people watching. I know not everyone is subscribed. We are on the road to 26K. Let's get there soon. 84 away from 25.8K. Be nice to get there today. Heat down 2 as we get back into action here in the second quarter. Mikal Bridges guarded by Keshad Johnson. They're trying to post up Cat inside on Andrew Wiggins. They go high-low, but Hart can't get it to him. Now Bridges drives on Jaquez, spinning to the middle of the floor, comes up short. Offensive rebound, Cat. His putback bounces up and around the rim and in. That's Cat's first bucket of the game. Andrew Wiggins now to the rim. Kicks to Jaquez. One more Fontecchio looking for a 4-3. Comes up short there. Bridges drives on Jaquez. Blocked inside. And it hits Bridges when he was out of bounds. It's Heat ball. Good help defensively there by Keshad Johnson. He's credited with the block. It's about time Keshad Johnson did anything productive to this game. Bridges has been like weirdly moving around the court today. It feels like he's been like nursing an injury or something. I don't know. But Bridges, I think, is going to the bench. So will Andrew Wiggins, Dru Smith, and Keshad Johnson, Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell, and Kel'el Ware back into the game for Miami. Thank goodness. Heat down by 4 with 7 minutes to go in this first half. Fontecchio driving, kicks it around to Mitchell. Ware in the corner, lines up a 3. Kel'el Ware! Tray ball! He's been fantastic tonight. 9 points. And more importantly, he's been battling on the glass. Cat drives downhill, misses the dunk. Ball loose, picked up by Miami. Heat out and running. Jaquez to the rim, lays it up and in. 5-0 run Miami, back up in front by 1. Clarkson inside. I don't know how they had Cat on Norman Powell, but they did. And Powell fouls Cat on the floor. Mitchell Robinson back in, so they go with a big lineup. And Ware rejects one inside. Heat 3-on-1. Layup good. Heat up by 3. Kel'el Ware has been arguably the best player on the floor in this game. And this is why I get so frustrated with Kel'el so often, is because I say it all the time. He is capable of doing this on an almost every night basis, but chooses not to. Shamit inside, misses the shot. Ball being batted around like a volleyball, and is ultimately secured by Mitchell Robinson, and then he is fouled. Like, this is why I am so hard on Kel'el Ware, because he should be able to do this almost every night. Mitchell Robinson going to the free throw line because the Knicks are in the bonus with 6 to go in the half. That's going to be something to monitor here. I don't know why our scoreboard isn't going to update here. The Heat are up 3. Mitchell Robinson misses the free throw. There we go. Finally updated. Mitchell Robinson line drives it in on the second try. God, he is such a bad free throw shooter. Fontecchio driving, kicking. It's Larsson, right wing 3. He's wide open, but just comes a bit short. Jordan Clarkson tracks down the rebound for New York and drives to the rim. Gets to the baseline, finds a cutting Deuce McBride. Davion Mitchell got caught sleeping. Tied up at 38. Davion Mitchell just double dribbled the basketball. Come on, bro. $38-all. Clarkson off a curl inside. Floater good, and the Knicks go back in front. It's been a game of runs. It's been 7-0 Heat. 9-0 Knicks. 8-0 Heat. This goes back and forth, back and forth. Knicks are going to a zone for the first time today. Larsson running floater off glass. No good. 5 to go in the first half. Fontecchio steals it away from Clarkson. He in transition to the rim. Fontecchio, no. And then a rebounding foul on New York. And it will stay with Miami. It's the first foul on the Knicks this quarter. There is a massive foul discrepancy in this game. So it's heat ball, I think, on the baseline, or are they giving it on the side? Either way, fresh 14 on the shot clock. Cat is going to check out. He's only got 2 points after having 39 points in the game on Friday. Held in check here early. Jaquez driving inside to the rim. Fouled by Mitchell Robinson, and Jaquez is going to go to the line with an opportunity to tie this game up at 40. Young Fargo, I kind of agree with you. The way this game is gone, I would rather have Simone Fontecchio on the court than Andrew Wiggins right now. I know Wiggins is a little bit longer, more athletic, so it would help defensively on the glass, but Wiggins has been such a negative offensively. I'd like to keep Fontecchio in this game, especially during a game so far where Miami has struggled to score. Jaquez makes the first free throw. Miami back within 1. Jaquez averaging 17.5 points off the bench this season. One of the highest scorers off the bench this year. And he rattles home the second free throw, and just like that, 40 all. Jaquez has 8 points in the game. Another good performance so far. Shamet, right wing 3. And he connects. Shamet was really struggling from the field prior to that shot. He's now got 6 points on 2 of 7 shooting. Norman Powell loses the ball out of bounds, but it was touched last by New York, so side out Miami. Knicks still in the zone. Larsson at the line. Misses the floater. That's a point-blank shot. Larsson needs to hit. Knicks out and running. Bridges tries to the rim. Fouled on the floor. Not that it matters. 2 free throws coming for New York because they're in the bonus. I mean, the foul discrepancy in this game is kind of ridiculous. The Heat have been called for 10 fouls. Knicks 4. Bridges misses the free throw. Ball don't lie. Type the BDLs in the chat. BDL. 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 Ball don't lie. No, Appuccino, you're thinking of the wrong thing. Playing basketball. Not dribbling the booty cheeks. Powell, deep 2, offensive foul. Said he put his elbow in a Shamet's face. Fourth turnover on Miami. Under 4 to go here. Heat offense really struggling. Deuce McBride driving on Mitchell. Throws it back out to Bridges. Larsson to the corner. It's Shamet. Quick release 3. No good. Excellent possession by Miami, and it's closed out by a good rebound. Powell driving inside. Floats it up and in. Norman Powell with his second score of the game. He's got 4 points. That's an illegal screen. Yeah, it's about time we get a call. Josh Hart sticking out that BBL he has. And it's a turnover going back to Miami. Mike Brown and the Knicks are challenging the call, saying no illegal screen. Anyway, timeout on the floor, which gives us an opportunity to say thank you to my guy, Angel, with the $10 super chat. Keep up the good work. Wish you much success. Well, Angel, we appreciate the kind comment here at the channel. You get a pair of raffle tickets, and we will also do 10 push-ups. $10 super chat equals 10 push-ups. So appreciate you, Angel. Got our push-up cam set up right there, and time to get down and give you 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. It is November in the NFL, which is salute to service. So you could say we're doing push-ups for the troops. We could say we're doing push-ups for the troops. Push-ups for the troops, they say. That form, man, it's an incredible form by yours truly in the push-up game. Incredible form. Appreciate you, Angel, with the super chat. If you're just joining us, our watch party super chat menu today, every $5 you send is a raffle ticket. This was our Hall of Fame basketball. You see 24, 25 Hall of Fame, all the legends and real ones that got on there. We're raffling this off at the end of the month to one lucky Heat Report viewer. Our last stream is actually on Friday night for the month because I'm going on vacation and visit family for Thanksgiving and won't be back on stream until December. So got tonight, Wednesday, and Friday to get into the raffle. $5 gets you a ticket. As you just saw, I did 10 push-ups. I'll do that for $10. And if you want to get on this year's Hall of Fame board, which is this little cool Miami Heat sign, we will get your name on there. And I take a shot of Patron to celebrate. Already got a lot of real ones on the building. Already got a lot of real ones out there. I mean, I'm shocked that Mike Brown challenged that. I feel like maybe you can argue that it wasn't intentional and it shouldn't have been an illegal screen, but like, how are you going to overturn that? Like, Josh Hart's like handing the ball off, and as he's handing the ball off, he's moving forward into Davion Mitchell. I think they just said on the broadcast the challenge was unsuccessful, so New York won't be able to challenge for the rest of the game, and that is correct. It is unsuccessful. So Heat ball down 2, and no more challenges for New York the rest of the game. Mitchell 3, no. Ball tipped around. Good hustle by Kel'el Ware, but the Knicks ultimately get the board. Low-scoring first half, which Miami's not been accustomed to this year. Bridges 3, no good, and Ware tracks down the board. He's already got 7 in the game. Knicks, are they still in their zone? I think they might be. Powell has it, drives, floater on the baseline. Oh, how did he make that? But he's banged up. Oh, I think he came down on someone's ankle. He's jogging. That's not good. And Josh Hart goes right to the rim on Powell and lays it up and in. Norman Powell really struggling to move right now. Down by 2 is Miami. Jaquez lines up a 3. Oh, he knocks it down! Triple J with a rare triple. Heat back in front by 1. Well, Norman Powell is trying to stay in this game. And they immediately go at him defensively with Cat in the post. Heat double. Kick out. Swung. Bridges. He works inside now. Finds a moving Clarkson. Good defense by Ware. Clarkson inside. Lose the handle. We'll have to put it something up. No, he kicks out to Hart. Grenade launch. No good. Air ball. Yeah, shot clock violation. What a defensive possession by Miami. More importantly, Ware for staying on his feet and not jumping at Clarkson's pump fake, because then that put the entire Knicks possession into a tizzy. Kel'el Ware has been great tonight. Well, they didn't show the replay, but Jaquez missed a shot inside. Ware keeps the ball alive, and it ultimately hits a Knicks foot while he was standing out of bounds. He get a second chance opportunity again. Jaquez to inbound on the baseline. Having a hard time getting in, and it nearly turns it over, but it will stay with Miami off Karl-Anthony Towns, and it will be side out now with 12 on the shot clock. Heat up 1 here. I think that no challenge for the rest of the game is very important. Very good for Miami that the Knicks can't challenge a call. Knicks still in their zone. Jaquez swings to Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the key, three. Good! Big shot, Davion Mitchell. And the Heat go up in front by 4 with 90 seconds to go in the half. Mitchell's first three. He's 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. He's now got 5. Hart just barrels into Norman Powell. That's another illegal screen on Josh Hart. It's going back to Miami. Josh Hart's second foul of the game. I mean, he's just running right into Powell. Just runs right into him. 10-2 run for Miami over the last 2 minutes. Mitchell driving inside. Layup. Good! Powell to Mitchell. And the Heat have their largest lead of the game, which is 6. They led by 5 3 different times, but never got to 6. 1 minute to go in the opening half. Clarkson at the top of the key gets it to Bridges. They're trying to post up Cat, but Jaquez does a great job in front. Cat is the softest loser in the NBA. They're battling for position, and he just flops his head like this, trying to draw a foul. Now, they get the foul, and Cat's going to the line, but Cat is a fucking loser. I tell you what, I would rather have Dwayne Dedmon on my team and Thomas Bryant than have to watch Cat play basketball every night. I would rather have 2 bum, shouldn't be NBA centers than have to employ Cat every single night. He is such a loser. Cat makes both free throws. 52-48, 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. Wiggins over to Mitchell. Davion Mitchell cooking, driving, kicking. Jaquez back to Davion. 10 on the shot clock. Davion crosses over, gets to the rim. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound New York. They have 5 on 3. Bridges, left wing triple. Good. And they went 2 for 1 too. And a 5-0 run for the Knicks puts them right back behind Miami by a point. 5-second differential shot clock, game clock. Jaquez drives, kicks. Mitchell will try another 3. And he knocks it down! Heat up 4, under 10 to go in the half. Close it out. Close it out. Cat, pump fake, step back 3. No good. And the half concludes with Miami in front by 4. An 11-3 run to end the half puts Miami up by 4. It was a back and forth, very slow, ugly first half, but Miami up. I'll take it. Grade the Heat's performance in the first half. Heat up 4. Grade the Heat's performance in the first half. A, B, C, D, or F. See a C plus out there. I see a B minus, another B minus, B plus, A minus. B minus, A, C plus, B. Rebounding much better. We'll get to some stats here in a second. We can get to some stats right now. You look at the two teams so far in this game. Heat shooting pretty poorly, but New York equally as poorly. I mean, we're throwing bricks up there today. Heat do have 4 more threes. It's counteracting the free throw disparity. The Knicks have shot 11 more free throws than Miami. He, after out-rebounding the Knicks 15-13 in the first quarter, got out-rebounded 14-8 in the second quarter. So they're getting out-rebounded at the half, but the effort has been better. And I'll say this as well, it isn't the offensive rebounds. Like, I don't think it's like the biggest deal in the world if you get out-rebounded in the game. The issue that I've had is the amount of offensive rebounds Miami has allowed. That is where it gets unacceptable. If you get out-rebounded every game by like 4 or 5, it's not that big of a deal. But when you give up 20 offensive rebounds a night and you're only getting 8, that's an issue. That's an issue. And so far through the first half, Miami has 5 offensive rebounds. The Knicks have 6. So the Heat give up about 16 and a half offensive rebounds a game. Currently on pace to give up less than that against a top offensive rebounding team in the NBA. So hopefully you just keep that up. Hopefully you keep that up. Some other personal stats in this game. I think the best player on the Heat tonight has, without a question, been Kel'el Ware. I mean, 9 points, 7 boards in that first half, couple blocks as well. He made a 3. And it's not just the stats, guys. It's the effort. Like, he has been all over the floor. He have 5 offensive rebounds. I'd be willing to bet that Ware has either kept a ball alive or grabbed 3 of them. He's grabbed 3 and probably kept alive the other 2, to be honest. Like, he's been awesome on the glass. Jaquez is the Heat's leading scorer tonight off the bench. He's averaging 17 and a half a game. He's got 11 so far. He's even made a 3. I mean, how much a 3-point shot would help Miami is huge. Like, if he's able to space the floor and make opponents respect him from beyond the arc, that's just elite stuff. You also saw a great first half. Simone Fontecchio, 9 points, 3 triples. I mean, the Heat were kind of getting outplayed there late first quarter, early second quarter, and Fontecchio was really able to stabilize Miami by hitting those 3s. If it wasn't for those 9 points he had in the last 2 minutes of the first quarter to the first 4 minutes of the second quarter, this might be a blowout. Could be. Heat are going to need a better performance from Wiggins. He has been fucking terrible. Terrible shot selection, driving into traffic. It's been ugly. Norman Powell has been really quiet. You'd expect that to probably change. I mean, he's averaging 25 points a game for Miami. He's only got 6 so far. I mean, I'm willing to bet that Norman Powell still finishes this game with at least 20 points. I expect a big second half from Norman Powell. Davion Mitchell gave you a lot of good stuff in that first half. He's been playmaking as he always has, 4 assists, but hit a couple 3s there in the final 4 minutes of the second quarter. Propelled him to 10 points and propels Miami to a 4-point lead. So, Miami certainly battling. Got to respect the battle for Miami so far tonight. Got to respect the battle. Super Chat menu. You know what? I'm feeling generous. Half off halftime. Any Super Chat is a raffle ticket. $5 will be 5 push-ups. And $10 to get into the Heat Report Hall of Fame, and I'll take a shot. Norman's ankle, I assume he's fine. I mean, he finished the half playing, so I doubt that he will be not on the floor in the second half. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be fine. Might have just been an ankle turn, and as someone who's had those a lot in their career, it'll feel like shit for a little bit. You'll play the rest of the day and be fine, and then you'll probably wake up tomorrow sore. Thoughts on giving Jakucionis minutes? He's not going to be on the floor tonight, that's for sure. He's in the G League right now. And rightfully so. I mean, what's the point? He's not going to play over Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Pelle Larsson, or Dru Smith right now. And Tyler Hero's close to returning. So the only way that he gets playing time is if an injury occurs. It's the only way. Check in some scores around the league, and then we'll get to that super chat. The Raiders are up 6-3 on the Cowboys. I bet the Cowboys to win by 3.5, so I hope they do. Check on some NBA scores. Cavaliers up 2 against the Bucks, 59-57, but apparently Giannis got hurt and left the game, and he will not return. So we'll have to keep our eye on that injury. Pistons are destroying the Pacers, 62-46. Clippers are up on the Sixers, 75-69. Raptors are up 57-52 on the Hornets. Raptors are 8-5. Timberwolves up 34-21 on the Mavericks. And the Thunder are up 54-29 on the Pelicans. The Thunder outscored the Pelicans 49-24 in the first quarter. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, a $20 super chat from Team Revis Natural Bodybuilding. Shout out to Revis with the $20 super chat. That gets you into the Hall of Fame. Don't have the best handwriting, Revis, but you see it. Team Revis, it's on the board. And that means you get 4 raffle tickets. And it also means that we're taking a shot to celebrate your induction into the Hall of Fame. Appreciate you, Team Revis. Where did I put my shot glass? There it is. To Revis, the new Hall of Famer. Appreciate you, Team Revis. Legendary stuff. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Hopefully we'll be spamming those W's in the chat after the game. Oh, another super chat. We'll get that on screen here in a second. Once the software pulls it up. Shout out to Cheryl. Do you think Fontecchio is an upgrade from Duncan Robinson? No. I think Fontecchio has been really good, but Duncan Robinson is a better player. He's a better shooter. He has a bigger gravitational pull. Is Fontecchio more athletic and better defensively? Yes. But Duncan Robinson's averaging 12.5 points a game this season and shooting 43.3% from three. Like, he's been unbelievable for them. And it's good for him. I hope he's good. Fontecchio averaging 11, so about a point less. Now, Fontecchio is shooting better from three, actually. I didn't realize Simone is shooting 50%, 49.3. But I still think Duncan is better. I mean, he's done it more consistently. Now, the Heat might have... If you're asking me, would I rather have Simone Fontecchio paying $8 million a year? Oh, didn't mean that happen. I don't know why that skipped Super Chats. But would I rather pay Simone $8 million a year and get this production? Or would I rather get Duncan Robinson's production at $14 million? Yeah, I'm going to choose to pay Simone Fontecchio $8 million because the difference this season hasn't been that much. But there is no doubt in my mind that Duncan Robinson's a better player, right? Duncan's a better player, but I would rather have Simone right now on almost 50% less of the contract. What is it? Actually 40% is the real math there. You're paying Simone 40% less than you would Duncan right now. So, yeah, that's pretty good for Miami. And if the Heat kept the Duncan Robinson, he would have been paid $19 million this year if they kept him on his deal, right? They could have reworked the contract, sure, but if they kept him on his contract that was like an ETO, they would have paid him $19 million. That would have been way too much. And that was my issue with Duncan last year. Like, Duncan was really good last year. He's really good the past couple of years. But the truth is, you get paid $20 million a year, you probably should be having a larger impact than what Duncan Robinson had. Still would rather have Duncan Robinson in a vacuum. But with contracts, I'll take Simone. But that $10 super chat, because I did say it was half off halftime, I only got about 2 minutes left of that. That gets you a couple of raffle tickets, but it also gets you into the Hall of Fame. Cheryl M. Cheryl M. It's in the Hall of Fame. And now we're going to start filling it out this way. We got that little corner and that, and now we go this way. Got a lot of spots on the Hall of Fame. A lot of spots. And to celebrate a new person coming to the Hall of Fame, we got the Petronskis. I love the sound of that cork. Oh. Can you guys hear that? Ow. Ugh. Love it. Don't love taking the shots, but I love the sound of that. To you, Cheryl. Close to getting back here in the second half. Still 300 people watching. Appreciate all y'all. If y'all want the Heat to win today, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to 150 likes during halftime. We're at 142. Turn that TV off. Turn that TV off. Ooh. Turn that TV off. Turn that TV off. Ooh. Cowboys driving. Noise. Get in the end zone. Go up 10-6. I love it. I hope the Heat can win this game. Would hate to lose 3 in a row and back-to-back games to the Knicks. That would really suck. That would really be frustrating. Mikal Bridges has 15 points. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, all the big scorers on Friday, nothing. All right, back in the second half here. Cat has it, drives inside, goes up on Ware. They call foul. What? Cat just drove and flicked it up. He didn't even try to make it. He's such a loser. I really would hate to employ Cat, man. I mean, yeah, Ware definitely gets him on the head there. Yeah. Ware didn't need to do that. Just go vertical, Kel'el. Go vertical. 2 free throws right out of the bat, right out of the gate for Karl-Anthony Towns. Makes the first. Larsson, I didn't even notice this. He's wearing Vice shoes. Kind of sweet. Got that little pink and blue gradient going on. Nice shoes. Nice shoes, man. Nice shoes. Cat gets the friendly roll, and Knicks back within a score. It's a 2-point game. Same starting lineup for Miami in the second half here. Larsson over to Powell. Powell, that's goaltending. Yep, Powell laid it up off the backboard, and Mitchell Robinson goaltended. Not that it would have mattered, because after he goaltended it, it fell right to Kel'el Ware, who put it up and in. But Powell gets the bucket, and it's 57-53. Cat picks up his dribble at the top of the key and resets out to Shamet. Gets it back. Faces up on Powell. 5 on the shot clock. Drives inside to the rim and lays it up and in. He goes flying, and the Heat have numbers if they push. 5 on 4. Powell driving, takes a bump, floater, no, but it's tipped up and in by Ware. How did he get that to go in? Just kind of flipped at it, and it flipped up and in. Unbelievable. Ware in double figures with 11. Deuce McBride to the rim, can't finish. Cat offensive rebound and flips it up and in. Oh, I fucking hate him. I mean, I really hate him. Start flexing after it. You are so soft. Wiggins kicks to the corner. Powell 3. I think it got blocked. What happened? Powell says he got fouled. There was a whistle on the floor. The ball was loose. Did the Heat... Wiggins was battling for the ball. Did Wiggins get fouled? Oh, I mean, Cat clearly hits Powell's elbow. So the Knicks, who are out shooting Miami at the free throw line by double figures, just got away with fouling a three-point shooter. Wiggins inside, smokes the layup. He's a bum. Bum. Deuce McBride over to Cat, inside the Mitchell Robinson, and it's an easy dunk after Ware got out of position, hedging a screen. 59-0. Officials have been bad. Shocker. Might be the same officiating group from Friday that was wearing orange and blue. Larsson to the rim. Fouled by Cat. Finally. Holy fuck. What did it take to get a foul call, dude? Cat's looking at the replay. Can't challenge you, buddy. You're also a fucking loser. I hate him. Also clearly throws his lower body into the hip of Larsson. Third foul on Cat tonight. Larsson to put Miami back in front. Makes the first. Larsson makes the pair. Higher scoring third quarter so far. Bridges, they work it around the perimeter. Shamet gets it. Now get it to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Cat. They go big DHO. And Norman Powell rips it away and has room service. It's a slam the other way. Defense to offense. Powell said, give me that. Another reason Cat is a soft-ass fucking loser. 10 points for Powell. Deuce McBride gets it to Bridges, and they get to Cat. Cat drives on Wiggins. Gets inside and lays it up and in. Goes flying. 5 on 4 for Miami if they push. Wiggins over to Davion Mitchell. Back to Wiggins. Wiggins almost turns it over. Bad pass. Gets it back. Wiggins to the rim. Over to the corner. Larsson, pump fake, drive. Hangs. Finishes. Pelle Larsson, ladies and gentlemen. Having a strong game. Wiggins needs to get his fucking shit together. He's been horrible tonight. 9 points for Larsson. Heat up by 4. McBride, drive, kick, Bridges, 3. No good. Good box out, Kel'el Ware, and he gets the board. Chance for Miami to extend their lead. They led by as much as 6 in this game. Mitchell drives, takes a lot of contact. Ball gets on the deck, and it's a turnover on Davion Mitchell. McBride over to Bridges to the rim. Crosses over and throws it down with the slam. Good drive there by Mikal Bridges. Powell, mid-range pull-up jumper. Too strong. And the rebound falls to Mitchell Robinson. Bridges with 17, leading scorer in the ballgame. McBride, corner three. Too strong. Rebound, tapped up and in by Mitchell Robinson, and we're back even at 65. Powell driving, blocked by Bridges from behind, and it will stay with Miami on the baseline. Mitchell Robinson heads to the bench. Should help Miami with their size disadvantage. Larsson throws it out of bounds. What is he doing? What a horrific inbound pass. This team just plays so dumb sometimes. You think if they have any brain cells. You really wonder it. Oh, and Hart stepped out of bounds as he stole the pass, and the refs just missed it. I tell you what, the refs today have been absolutely horrendous. They're missing calls left and right, and they're all against Miami, because of course they are. Cat down the lane off of a... No, illegal screen. Before. Cat set the illegal screen. That's his fourth. Another turnover and another foul on Cat. That's 4. Cat heads to the bench. So Miami going to be facing a Knicks team right now that has both Mitchell Robinson and Cat on the bench. Opportunity for Miami as they put in Gervon Uriselli. 2-3 zone for the Knicks. It ends up being a Larsson open 3. And he connects. Pelle Larsson with a triple. He's got 12. And Miami back in front. Hart drives on Wiggins. Takes a bump. Can't finish. Good rebound Ware. Ware outlet to Powell. Heat pushing. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins left wing 3. No good. But they just gave a technical foul to Josh Hart. So the Heat will get a technical free throw. Technical foul on the Knicks. A timeout is called. And the Heat, when we return, will have a technical free throw. I don't know what happened, but I'll take it. First time out of the second half gives us an opportunity to tell you about the sponsor on today's show. This stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The basketball season continues, and you know what never changes? Well, the feeling of being right. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. So simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players' stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you could pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to go more than on Norman Powell threes. Want to go more than on his rebounds, his fantasy score, where you can all in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. Which player going off? Which players are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and put your takes to the test. As always, I have an entry for tonight's game. I'm going less on Karl-Anthony Towns points. I don't think he cooks us again. I'm going more than Norman Powell points in the first 3 minutes. 2.5. I think he gets an early 3. And I went more than Nikola Jovic. Take advantage if you are watching now on this flash max discount. Half a point for Jokic. Yeah, that's obviously going to happen. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. Unfortunate that my pick lost because Norman Powell, man, I thought he was going to be able to hit a 3 in the first 3 minutes, and it did not happen. Did not happen. Unfortunate for me. Would have still been able to win if I did the flex play, but did the power play. Went for it all, folks. Didn't work. But still going to play. It's very fun. 450 people watching. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. We're in sub-only mode, by the way, so if you want to shout out, spam me in the chat. If you're subscribed, type me, because that means you're a real one, and I want to give you a shout out. And let's see if we can rack up some more subscribers as well. Bowers and friends. Bowers or Bowsers and friends. Julia, Tyman, Luis, Franchise, Steph, Diaz, appreciate all the real ones. As we're returning back into the action, like I said, technical free throw for Miami. Hart was teed up right before the timeout. Norman Powell will be shooting the technical, and the best free throw shooter on Miami makes it. So Heat lead by 4. It will be Knicks ball, though. Wonder who shoots the technical free throws when Tyler Herro returns, if Powell and Herro are on the floor together. Hero's a 90% free throw shooter, but Powell is like shooting 90% himself. Who shoots it? Landry Shamet driving. Good defense by Larsson, forces the kick out. Hart attacks downhill. I thought he traveled with it. Doesn't. And turns around and hits the jumper. Heat bench was incensed that no travel there. 9 points for Josh Hart off the bench. Heat still have their starting lineup out there. Wiggins on the right wing. Drives. Step back mid-range jumper on the baseline. No. Get him out of the fucking game. Heat lead by 2. Mikal Bridges gets to the rim and makes the layup. Terrible defense by Miami. Larsson gets it over to Wiggins. Wiggins drives, kicks it back to Larsson. Baseline drive. A lot of contact and a foul called on Deuce McBride. So Larsson going to the line for 2. Important to note, if you weren't aware, Knicks missed the challenge, so they are not able to challenge the rest of the game. Knicks have shot 15 free throws today. This will be the 6th and 7th attempt of the night for Miami. Larsson makes that one. Heat are 6 and 6 from the line today. Look at Andrew Wiggins, bum ass. Get him out of the game. He's been horrible. Larsson splits the pair. Shamet has it, top of the key, defended by Powell. Gets a screen. Lines up a triple, rattles in and out. Oh, ball goes out of bounds. I thought it was off of Kel'el Ware. Officials say it was off the Knicks. And like I said, the Knicks can't challenge. Heat up 1. Davion Mitchell driving and swings it around the horn. Jaquez in for Miami. Wiggins takes a seat. Thank God. Larsson drives to the rim. Stripped. Ball loose. Ware picks up the ball, but Ware apparently shoved Mikal Bridges. These officials are absolutely awful. Bridges driving on Larsson, bumped, fades away, and banks it home. Tough bucket for Mikal Bridges. And the Knicks back in front. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. Bridges got 21 points. Mitchell drives and kicks to Ware. Ware swings to Jaquez. One more to Powell. Powell went to go drive baseline and got stripped out of bounds, and it hit off his hip, and he's a little slow to get up. Now he does get up. Shaking at his hand. He got his finger jammed. He's still holding his hand. Oh, God. Stays on the floor, though. Ware out, Jovic in. Jaquez downhill. And Hart hits the shot over him. Heat down 3. Jaquez throws it right to the Heat. What the fuck are they doing? Timeout Miami. Down 5. I'm afraid the Heat aren't a very good team. I know no Bam or Herro, but and I should remain optimistic that this team, even with a loss today, would be 500 without Herro and Bam for most of the season so far. But team just looks mid now. Looks fun. They're fun, but mid. Fun, but mid, man. Who you got? MIA for the Heat. NYK for the Knicks. Gonna restart the live poll. Who you got? MIA for the Heat, NYK for the Knicks. I see MIA from Slaying Cat. Apachito says Miami, Slaying Cat, Time Man, Luis. Yeah, I wish the Heat and Jaime Jaquez could shoot better. He'd have been outscored by 9 in this quarter. They led by 4 at the half. They were up 55-51. They've been outscored 24-15. It's been a poor shooting night for Miami, but they've also been sloppy. 9 turnovers. They're getting out rebounded by 8 again. Thank God the Knicks can't hit a 3. If the Knicks have been able to hit their 3s today, this game would be over. Back in action here. Need a strong 4 minutes to close out this third quarter. Norman Powell to Jovic, pick and pop. Jovic 3-point. Try, no good. Rebound by New York. McBride over to Jordan Clarkson. He'd have kept Clarkson in check tonight. Knicks are on a 10-1 run. Bridges has been the initiator for the Knicks. He's been the best player on the floor tonight. McBride going nowhere. Excellent defense by Miami. It's a grenade 3 by Josh Hart at the end of the shot clock, and it's a shot clock violation. Good defense there by Miami to force the violation. Davion Mitchell everywhere defensively. Speaking of Davion Mitchell, he'll check out. So will Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, and Simone Fontecchio back in. Same with Dru Smith. Wiggins driving baseline, reverses course. It's Jovic. Jovic drives, cut off, loses the ball. 5 on the shot clock. Jaquez is going to make something happen. Jaquez, pump fake. Elbow jumper, air ball. What a terrible possession by Miami. Wiggins can't create anything off the dribble. Jaquez can't shoot, and Jovic is a fucking fetus. Three minutes to go in the third. Josh Hart driving inside, fading away. Good defense there by Jaquez. Rebound Wiggins. Heat pushing. Need an offensive spurt somewhere. Knicks in their zone. Wiggins passed up a three-point try. Now drives. Gets to the rim and finally makes the layup. Thank God. Bridges inside. Can't finish. Heat have the board. Jovic pushing. Jovic. That's a foul. Yeah, I mean, thank God. Jesus, I thought the refs weren't going to call it. Heat down 3 with ball. And then Nico attacking. Yeah, it's a blocking foul on Josh Hart. That's his, third foul? Yeah, third foul. Fontecchio, step back mid-range. Why are we taking a step back contested 2 that early in the shot clock? It's a terrible shot. Fontecchio's been awesome. That's a terrible shot. Josh Hart on a drive, fouled on the floor. Knicks thought they got fouled. It should have been shooting. I mean, he gets fouled so far away from the basket. How is that in the act of shooting? It's going to be on the floor, and the Knicks are not in the bonus right now. I think next foul they are. Heat shooting 39% from the field. They just need to be better, and can't shoot. Knicks shooting 46%. Oh, they changed the call. Nice. And it's in the act of shooting and 1 for the Knicks. Yo, I really do mean this when I say this. I hope all of these officials that are officiating tonight's game are fired tomorrow and forced to live on the street for a month because they are dog shit at their job and need to be punished and taught a lesson. Heat looking for an answer. Dru Smith 3. Big shot there by Dru Smith. First bucket of the night for Dru Smith. Heat back down by 3. Mikal Bridges drives to the rim. Cut off by Jovic. Kick out to Clarkson. Air ball. And the Heat get a stop. Under 2 to play in the quarter. Heat down by 3. Heat attacking early, and Jaquez just turns it over. Shamet the other way to the rim. Fouled. I mean, you get bodies hitting the deck on the other side and no foul. Shamet flicks his head back and a foul. I hope these officials are put in fucking prison. I hate them. What's the fucking difference from that end to that end? Oh, it's the fucking Knicks. That's what the difference is. Shamet misses the free throw. Or makes the free throw, sorry. I wish there would be repercussions for the refs being bad at their job. No other job in the world where you can be that shit at it and still be paid. And be paid handsomely, by the way. Heat down 5. Wiggins, driving, kicking. Dru Smith just made one. Makes another. Big shot, Dru Smith. 6 straight for Dru Smith. He's got 6 points on the night. Clarkson to the rim. Kicks it out. Bridges. Stolen by Dru Smith. Heat and running. Smith to the rim. Blocked out of bounds. And it will be Heat basketball on the baseline. Would have liked to see Dru Smith find a trailer there. He had a couple players running with him. He inbound it. Great play. Fontecchio open 3. Nails it! And the Heat go back up in front. $12 points off the bench for Simone tonight. Under a minute to go in the third. Clarkson driving on Jovic. Hits the floater. Good defense that time by Jovic, but feels like it never matters with him if it's good defense or not. Heat down 1. Chance to go 2 for 1 here on this possession. Wiggins kicking. Jaquez to the corner. It's Fontecchio. Fontecchio back to Jaquez. 3-pointer. Good! That is 4 straight threes for Miami. 2 by Dru Smith. 1 from Simone. And now Jaquez. Oh, they're going to say his foot's on the line. That's a bummer. Broadcast is 83-82. Looked like a 3. We'll see a replay, hopefully. 3-second differential in shot clock and game clock. Clarkson inside. Misses the floater. Good rebound, Dru Smith. Got 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Jovic, deep 3, right wing. No good. And that will end the third quarter. Heat trailed by, I think, 7 in that quarter at one point. But ultimately battled back to retake the lead. And we will enter the fourth quarter with a 1-point game. Toe was on the line for Jaquez. I just saw the replay. But you guys know what time it is. It's fourth quarter time. Spam those 4s. Spam those 4s. Get the pause up. Pause up. Pause up. Mr. Mullets. Hot Dog. Monty 2K. Those 2 gamers. Revis. Karen. LB. Tyman. Matthias. KV. Julia. Melvin. Social. You know what? I'm going to give away a raffle ticket for a month-long raffle for the Heat Report Hall of Fame basketball from a year ago right now. So continue to spam those 4s, and I'm going to pick one person for the raffle in 15 seconds. I'm going to check the scores in the NBA, and then I'll give a 10-second countdown. Keep on spamming those 4s. Cowboys up 17-6 after a Jake Ferguson touchdown. Scores in the NBA, let's give it a look. Bucks down 108-101 to the Cavs with 5 minutes to go. Giannis got hurt in that game and didn't return. I feel like these ESPN stats are broken. Yeah, there's way more minutes being played. So those stats don't work. But we're going to pick up a winner in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I saw MTJ. 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 Yeah, new updated scores. 116, 104. I put U.S. currency on Isaiah Stewart rebounds, and he's got 2. Tough look for me. I mean, all my bets have been bad today. All right, we're gone in the fourth quarter. Here we go. Jovic drives, kicks to Jaquez. Jaquez inside, turns it over, stripped by Jordan Clarkson. Knicks out in transition. McBride to the rim, and 1. How many turnovers does Jaquez have today? I feel like it's like 4 or 5. McBride puts the Knicks out in front, and he looks like he got shaken up after the play as well. It's worse. Jaquez has 5 turnovers. I feel like he's gone to the rim and turns it over every time tonight. McBride misses the free throw, so dodge a bullet there, and the Heat remain down 1. Knicks in this 2-3 zone. Wiggins tees up a triple. No good. He's been so bad tonight. Knicks in transition. Shamet to the rim. Fouled. Bro, like, I wish ill things on these officials. I really do. I can't do it anymore. The officiating discrepancy is so fucking egregious. The Knicks have shot 12 more free throws than Miami, and then Heat have been called for 19 fouls compared to the Knicks 11. Just fucking ridiculous, dude. Shamet makes the free throw. Like, the officials have been so up the Knicks' ass tonight. It's fucking ridiculous. Shamet makes the pair. Heat down 3. Dru Smith over to the corner. It's Fontecchio. He drives, kicks, Wiggins. Ball movement for Miami. Finds Jaquez. Now Smith in the corner. His 3. Good! Dru Smith with 9 points in the second half. All 3 of them from beyond the arc. Back up tied. Shout out Dru Smith for injecting some life into this Heat team here late. Deuce McBride, step back 3 over Jovic. I mean, Jovic has got to be the worst defender in the NBA. 17 points for Deuce McBride. Fontecchio driving. Good drop-off pass to Wiggins, who lays it up and in. That's how you beat a zone. Get it to the middle of the floor and put that center in conflict. 1-point game. McBride calling for a switch. He wants Jovic. Gets the switch. Finds Shamet. Contested 3. Air ball out of bounds. Heat ball. Excellent defense by Dru Smith, getting a hand in Shamet's face. Jovic lines up a 3. No. Yeah, Fontecchio, finally we get a foul call. Jordan Clarkson was grabbing Fontecchio's arm. He'd inbound it, down 1, looking to retake the lead here in the 4th. Wiggins, pick and roll with Jovic. Driving on Shamet, kicks it out to Nico. Nico drives, gets to the rim, and finishes! There's a good, hard, strong drive by Nico. He's now got 5 points in the game. Clarkson gets downhill inside and lays it in with the left hand. Not often does Dru Smith get beat off the dribble that easily, but he did there. Clarkson now with 10 points. Knicks look like they're in a man-to-man defense this time. Fontecchio drives, bumped by Clarkson, foul. Thank you. Both teams with 2 fouls in the 4th quarter. We'll have some substitutions. Knicks bringing back Karl-Anthony Towns to the game. He's got 4 fouls. Josh Hart back in as well. Miami didn't make any substitutions. Wiggins drives on Shamet. Out to Jovic. Nico crosses over, drives on Cat. Bumped. Goes to the rim, no good. Rebound, it's going to be a shot clock violation. I don't hate the idea of going at Cat, knowing he's got 4 fouls, but if you're doing that, you can't go, you got to go to the rim. You can't, get bumped once and then throw something up. Got to go strong. They post up Cat on Nico. Cat, doubled, kicks out to McBride, his 3. No good. Ooh, that was halfway down. He have a chance to take the lead with a bucket. Fontecchio, guarded by Shamet. Simone to the rim. Banks it home! Tough bucket! Fontecchio off the bench with 14 points tonight. Clarkson quickly answers. I mean, the Heat's defense in containing the dribble drive needs to be better. This is horrid. Jaquez driving on Josh Hart. Loses the handle and kicks it to Smith in the corner. Smith pump fake to the rim. Hangs. Fouled. And it will be free throws coming for Dru Smith. 3rd foul of the quarter on the Knicks. Let's get closer to the bonus here. Dru Smith with 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. All of Dru Smith's scoring tonight has come in the second half. And Smith ties the game with that free throw. I mean, if you're asking me what the Heat's closing lineup should be tonight, it should be Powell, Davion Mitchell, Fontecchio, Jaquez, Ware. Do not play Andrew Wiggins late in this game. He's been horrific. Dru Smith makes the free throws, and the Heat go back in front by 1. 8 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Big-time game between these two Eastern Conference rivals. This is the third matchup of the season. Miami won by 8 at home, lost in New York on Friday by 8. They'll match up again on December 21st. Cat driving on Jaquez, gets tied up, but finishes through the contact and puts New York back up in front by 1. 14 points for Anthony Towns. Jovic drives quickly to the rim and hits the side of the backboard. Jesus Christ. And McBride goes coast to coast for the slam. Get Nico out. He's fucking terrible. He is terrible. First time out in the fourth quarter gives us an opportunity to tell you about our sponsor, which is Prize Picks. This stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The basketball season continues, and you know what never changes? Well, the feeling of being right. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. So simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players' stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you could pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to go more than on Norman Powell threes. Want to go more than on his rebounds, his fantasy score, where you can all in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. Which player are going off? Which players are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and put your takes to the test. As always, I have an entry for tonight's game. I'm going less on Karl-Anthony Towns points. I don't think he cooks us again. I'm going more than Norman Powell points in the first 3 minutes. 2.5. I think he gets an early 3. And I went more than Nikola Jovic. Take advantage, if you are watching now, on this flash max discount. Half a point for Jovic. Yeah, that's obviously going to happen. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. I lost today because of Norman Powell, but still going to have fun on Prize Picks. When we return from this timeout, we got under 8 minutes to go. Heat have ball down 3. If you have not already, hit that sub button. Over 600 people watching. My name's Nick Roloff. We go live for almost every Heat game. We'll be live on Wednesday for the Heat Warriors game. Friday for Heat Bulls. Also have videos out in between each game. Diehard Heat fans, since I started watching the NBA. We make content for diehard Heat fans. Join us. Join us. Lost a subscriber. Tough luck. When we return from this timeout, Nikola Jovic can't be in. Kel'el Ware has to be in. Like I said, I'm closing this game with Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Fontecchio, Jaquez, and Ware. Wiggins hasn't been good tonight. Don't play him late. Fontecchio's been awesome. Play him. You see it. Mitchell, Ware, Fontecchio, Smith, and Wiggins. So Heat going 2 guards. No, that's wrong. Powell and Larsson in. Fontecchio remains in, though. Knicks in his zone. Mitchell driving on Deuce McBride. Puts up a tough lefty layup. Oh! How did he make that? What a big-time bucket from Davion Mitchell. Yeah, the only change I would make here in this lineup is put in Jaquez for Larsson. But I actually don't hate Larsson because he can defend and he can shoot better than Jaquez. But Fontecchio should close. He's been too good not to close tonight. And he stays in front of Clarkson. Forces the kick out. McBride, contested 3. No. Rebound by Fontecchio. He's got to finish this game. Powell looking for a big fourth quarter from him. Drives, floater. Good! He back in front by 1. That's how you respond out of a timeout. A bucket, stop, bucket. Miami back in front. Clarkson driving. Oh, he traveled! Oh! That was the most obvious travel all time. I watched the pivot foot bump. Clarkson drives again inside and lays it up and in. The officials fucking are terrible. Just got robbed again. Numbers for Miami because Clarkson's on the deck. Fontecchio 3. No good. Down 1. I mean, that was a robbery. I mean, clear as day travel. Cat from the parking lot. No good. Ware with the rebound. Down 1. 6 minutes to play. Ware with a double-double tonight. 11 points, 11 boards. Mitchell isolated on Clarkson. Drives right. Bumps him. Hangs in the air. Finishes! Davion Mitchell! And 1! Hit the weight room, Clarkson! 14 points for Davion Mitchell. He has been sensational on offense tonight. Spam those 45s. Shout out D-Mitch. We got the real D-Mitch. Spam those 4-5s. Davion Mitchell could play on my team any night of the day. That didn't make any sense. Any day of the week. Love this cat. One of the best trades Miami's ever made. He's a winning player that will win a championship in his career. And I hope it's with Miami. Makes the three-point play. Heat up by 2. 101-99. Clarkson, corner 3. No good. Heat dodged a bullet because he was open. Jaquez back in the game. Takes out Fontecchio. Don't love that. 5.5 to play. Powell driving on Shamit. Gets to the perimeter. Running floater. And he gets the friendly roll. And the Heat go back up by 4. That shooter's touch. 9-2 run for Miami. 103-99. Heat going to his zone. They trap Bridges. And he turns it over. What a defensive play by Jaquez. And guess who? Davion Mitchell. Heat looking to extend the lead. 103-99. Larsson on the wing. Drives on Clarkson. Stops. Finds Ware. Dotted line push shot. Comes up a bit short. Here come the Knicks. Heater in the bonus the rest of the way. Cat trailing 3. No, he has struggled tonight. You knew he wasn't going to go off against Miami 2 games in a row. 6th rebound of the game for Larsson. Mitchell feeling it. Driving on Shamit. Gets to the left hand. Oh! It's Davion Mitchell's world! And we're just living in it! Another bucket! Timeout, New York! The Knicks need a timeout! Spam those fireball emojis! 6-point Heat lead! 4.5 to go! Davion fucking Mitchell! I'd go to war with Davion Mitchell every single night. This guy is a dog. Davion Mitchell, man. Got to finish strong with 4.5 strong minutes. $5 super chat from my guy Evan. Love the energy. LFG. Well, Evan, thank you. You get a raffle ticket for our month-long raffle for our Heat Hall of Fame basketball from a year ago. Every $5 gets you a ticket. Last stream of the month is going to be on Friday. That's when we'll do the raffle. And hell yeah, man, we bring the energy every night. I think you've been around the channel before, but if you're just joining us for the first time, my name's Nick Roloff. We go live for Heat games. We live on Wednesday, live on Friday. Videos out in between on everything Miami Heat, news, rumors, trade stuff. We got you covered. Join the family. The largest independent Heat YouTube channel there is. Come on. Cowboys up 24-6. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I have Cowboys minus 3.5. Come on. Coming out of this timeout, I would do unspeakable things for another stop. Heat have gone to a zone here to try to confuse New York a little bit in this fourth quarter. It's worked. But to be honest with you, the Knicks have gotten some good looks. Bridges has been cooking tonight. Cat's really struggled. Cat's taken some deep threes, but unable to really capitalize on them. Here we go. Heat still in this zone. Deuce McBride's been cooking tonight. He drives inside, reverses it out to Bridges. Bridges gets downhill, swings it to McBride. His three. No good. And the rebound to Ware. Chance to extend this lead for Miami. It's a 7-0 Heat run over the last 2 minutes. Mitchell, he's been the catalyst. Loses the ball, but it goes right to Ware, who goes up strong. Fouled and won! Kel'el Ware! Just called Cat a little softy! The softest player in the NBA! Hit the weight room, Cat! Hit the weight room! Flexing on him! Little boy! That's what you call real big time! Cat loves flexing in the first half when it means nothing. When it comes to crunch time and winning time, he's a little mouse. 9-point Heat lead, 4 minutes to go. Hart to cutting Cat inside. Banks it home in a foul. How in the world is that a foul? And the official that calls the foul is the furthest official away from it. The person who is standing right on the baseline watching the play didn't call the foul, but the far guy near half court calls it. That's horrific officiating. But that's been the story of the night. The Heat have had to beat the Knicks and the refs tonight. (108-102), under 4 to go. Knicks in his zone. Jaquez driving, spinning, floater. Gets it! No! It's a Ware putback slam! 16 points, 14 boards for the second-year man out of Indiana. And then the Knicks turn it over. Josh Hart, bozo! I love when Ware asserts himself, man. Needs to do it every night. That's my issue. He doesn't. But when he does, like tonight, it's sensational stuff. Jaquez in the corner. Looks like the Knicks went back to a man-to-man defense. Powell, this is his time. Step back, baseline 2. Bang! Norman Powell! Stormin' Norman! You can only hope to contain him because you're not stopping him. 18 points! For the Heat's leading scorer, averaging 25 a night. And the Knicks need another timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. The Knicks need to talk it over again. Three minutes and 12 seconds to go. What a tough 18-foot shot on the baseline by Powell. Spam those fireball emojis in the chat. Let's get it hot in here. Heat looking for a bounce-back win to end a 2-game losing streak and go 2-1 on the season against the Knicks. It's getting hot in here. Come on. Still got 3 minutes left. Up 10, but you got 3 minutes to go. Close it out. Close it out. Close it out, man. If we lose this game, I'm crashing out. Just simply can't happen after how well you've played so far in this fourth quarter. Can't happen. Here we go. Back on the floor. Back into action. 3 minutes to go. Heat in his zone. Hart in the corner. Drives baseline. Kicks the McBride. Top of the key triple. Rattles it home. It's a big shot for the Knicks. They needed it bad. McBride's got 22 points. He's hit 4 threes today. He's been starting in place of Jalen Brunson, who misses his second straight game with an ankle injury. Jaquez, driving, spinning, loses the ball, but it falls right to Kel'el Ware. He resets out to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Powell drives on Bridges. Gets to the rim. Up and under move. Blocked. What a defensive play by Mikal Bridges. 2.5 to go. Hart leads the break. Finds a trailing Cat. Cat pump fakes. Tries to draw the foul. Can't do it. Rebound Larsson. Larsson pitch ahead to Ware. It goes out of bounds, no saved. That's got to be better by Larsson. You do not make that pass in this situation. That's a terrible decision by Larsson. Knicks have it. Driving. An offensive foul on Cat. 5th foul on Cat. Going the other way. Yeah, absolutely. Cat hooked Larsson's arm. It's about time we get a call. Fucking loser. I hate Cat. Going the other way. Heat up 7. 2 minutes to go. Larsson subs out. Wiggins in. Not happy with that pass decision. Powell drives. Blocked again inside. Knicks have transition opportunity, but great defense by Miami forced him to slow it down. Now McBride tries a tough contested 3. Oh, and he drains it. And just like that, a 6-0 Deuce McBride run makes it a 4-point game with 1:45 to go. This is a big offensive possession. 25 points for Deuce McBride in the game, 13 in the quarter. Davion Mitchell drives, kicks to Powell. Powell gets downhill. Floater. Too strong. Powell's missed 3 straight opportunities. 24. McBride to the rim. Kicks to the corner for Bridges. Good defense by Wiggins, and it forces the Knicks to reset. Cat gets position inside. Oh, my Lord. They call a foul. I thought that was a jump ball from behind. The Heat do have their challenge if they want to use it. Oh, my God. Who fouled him? Who fouled him? Jaquez got all ball from behind. Eric Spoelstra will choose not to challenge. It's a 6-0 run for the Knicks. Make it 7. I don't know why that was not challenged by Eric Spoelstra. I know you have limited timeouts here, but that felt like a clear jump ball. Jaquez got all ball from behind. I know they called a foul on Wiggins, but there was no contact. He went straight up. 3-point game. Got to box out off a miss here. And you got to get a bucket on the other end. Cat makes the free throw. It's a 2-point game. An 8-0 run by the Knicks. And the Heat are having a hard time getting it in. But get it in. Norman Powell's wide open. He goes at the rim. Powell lays it up and in. I don't know how he got that wide open. But the Heat are back up by 4 with a minute to go. That was weird. I'll take it. Cat, guarded by Ware. Facing up. Tries a step back. Nothing there. Gets it to McBride. Contested 3. Too strong. Rebound Mitchell. Great possession defensively by Miami. And they close it out with a rebound. And a bucket here could close this game out in its own right. 40 seconds to go. Mitchell driving on McBride. Gets to the rim. Swings to Wiggins. Wiggins pull up 15-footer. No, he's been terrible. Why is he in the game? Shamet now driving. Pull up contested three. No. Rebound tipped. It's Josh Hart. Out to Cat. Open three. Good. Timeout Miami. It's a 1-point game with 22 seconds to go. Why the fuck is Eric Spoelstra leaving Andrew Wiggins in the game? Why did he have Andrew Wiggins in the game? Having Wiggins in this game might have just costed the Heat a win. The Heat still lead by 1. The shot clock is turned off, so this will become a game of fouls. Without a question, the Knicks have to foul. Now, they might go for the steal initially, but then they will have to foul. And the Heat are in the bonus, obviously. You have to get this to Norman Powell, who is your best free throw shooter. He shoots it at about a 90% rate. And assuming he makes both free throws, whoever gets to the line, the Heat would then be up 3. And the question is, do you foul up 3 or do you defend it out? .4 seconds remain. They will try to get it to Norman Powell. Jaquez gets it into Davion Mitchell, and they immediately foul him. Mitchell's a solid free throw shooter. Davion Mitchell has been sensational this year. The Heat are 10 of 11 at the line as a team. Davion Mitchell has struggled at the line this season, although not many attempts. He's shooting 58% from the line this year, 1.5 a night, and he misses the first. Bro, March, I blame you. Why is he such a bad free throw shooter this year? Well, need to make this and then defend the 3. Mitchell makes the second. Timeout Knicks. 115, 113. 1,200 people watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're in sub-only mode, so you got to be subscribed to comment, but it's time to get those Ds in the chat. This is for all the marbles. One stop could win you the game. 20 seconds to go. Spam those Ds. We need a stop. We need a stop. During this timeout, I need everyone in the chat to spam those Ds. You can't allow a 3-point attempt, and more importantly, you have to get the rebound off of a miss, so you cannot allow them to get a kick-out 3 for the win. Spam those Ds. We're going to be in our defensive stances coming out of the timeout. We got to get a stop. We got to get a stop. Come on. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. Let's go. Come on. Let's see this number climb. We have daily Heat content. This is why you subscribe. Spam those Ds. It's almost time to get into our defensive stances. On the floor for the Knicks will be Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, Cat, Mikal Bridges. Is it Jordan Clarkson as the 5th? I can't see. Cat, Bridges, McBride, Hart, and I think it's going to be Clarkson. No, it's going to be Shamet. Miami has Powell, Jaquez, Ware, Wiggins, Mitchell. Defensive stances time. We're getting our stance. Bridges to inbound. Having hard time. Having a hard time. Finds Deuce McBride. Guarded by Mitchell. McBride, quick shot. Short. Rebound, Cat. Blocked by Ware. Rebound. Oh my, what has happened? What just happened? They just called a goaltend on Ware? That's a late call. What just happened? They call a goaltend on Ware on that block? That's a very late whistle. Let's watch the replay. That's on the way up. You can challenge this, right? I mean, that's a clear block. No clear possession, so if this gets challenged and it gets overturned, it will be a jump ball. This will be reviewed. I think this is clean. I mean, that ball's still on the way up, but it's not even close to the cylinder. That's a clean block. That's a clean block. Was that a block, yes or no, if you're watching alongside us? It's also not a challenge by Eric Spoelstra. They're reviewing it because if you call a goaltend, you're allowed to review it as an official booth, which is why I think they called it, even though it's the wrong call. I think that's a clean block. If it's not a clean block, it will be heat ball, 13 seconds, tie ball game. I think this is clear as fucking day of a block, and it should be overturned. Still waiting on a call. I got to turn this volume off to hear the call. Here comes the call. Legal block! It will be jump ball, center circle, heat up, 2 points. It will be Kel'el Ware versus Cat, because those are the two biggest players on the floor, and you couldn't make any substitutions. So if Kel'el Ware is able to win this tip, it will be heat ball up 2, and they'll get fouled. This is good. Come on, Ware. You had a great block there. I'm glad the officials made the right call-off review. It was obvious. Now, can you win the tip for me, Kel'el? Win the tip. Come on. Kel'el's got the size advantage. He's got a couple inches on Cat, and he's got the arm advantage, too. Come on, Kel'el. Oh, my God, he lost it. It's Knicks ball. 10 seconds to go. 115, 113. Defensive stances. McBride gets downhill. Lefty layup. No good. Rebound, Cat. No good. Rebound. Gets it again. Fade away. No. Rebound. Still loose. Still loose. Ball game. Ball game. Ball game. The Heat survive. The Heat survive. Miami gets the win. A chaotic sequence where the Knicks had 3 opportunities at it after 2 offensive rebounds, but Cats fall away at the buzzer, does not go, and the Heat get the win. A big one. Spam those W's. Come on. McBride shot, no. Cats put back blocked. Get it back, throws it up, in and out, and nobody was able to grab it with under a second to go. What a win! What a win! Great bounce back effort and performance by Miami tonight. Kel'el Ware, MVP of the game. MVP for Kel'el. Kel'el Ware in this game, 16 points, 14 boards, 3 blocks. That's a big win, and we can go home on a Monday night happy, smiling. Let's go, man. Let's go. That one feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Now, Kel'el, I just ask you, can you do this almost every night? Because you can. Kel'el Ware is capable of dominating like this and being a physical, imposing force inside every night. Can you just do it? Because if he does this every night, it's scary hours. I've always said that. People say I hate Kel'el Ware. I don't. It just frustrates me when he doesn't give you the effort on the boards and defensively. Because when he does give you the effort, like he did tonight, he can go toe-to-toe and dominate the interior. He was better than Cat inside tonight. Couple big defensive possessions, big rebounds. He can do that every night. I just ask him to do that. And I don't think that is too much to ask. Mr. Gio! How you doing, Mr. Gio? One of the legends here at the channel with a $5 super chat. Shout out to you, Mr. Gio. And then we got Pigeon Base with a $5 super chat as well. Oh, Macmon, he does. Like, Victor Wembanyama dominates every night. I know you're the biggest Kel'el Ware supporter in the history of the planet, but, like, Victor Wembanyama dominates every night. Pigeon Base, justice for all, Heat win, take that NBA, 'cause that's how you legally win a game. I love it. I don't know why that just changed, but I love it. I love it. Oh, man. Let's freaking go, Pigeon Base. Let's freaking go. What a win, man. It wasn't easy. He got out-rebounded by 10 tonight. But the difference is in the rebounding is that they didn't get severely out-rebounded offensively. Well, they kind of did. But a lot of that was on that last possession. The Knicks had 3 offensive rebounds on that last possession. It ended up being 13 offensive rebounds for the Knicks, 7 for the Heat. But if you take away the final possession where they picked up 3 offensive rebounds and were unable to capitalize, it would be 10-7, which is doable. You can live with that. You can live with that. Dude, Macmon, I don't know why you're trying to argue with me again. Why do you try to argue with me every night? Dude, you watch Victor Wembanyama every night? Victor Wembanyama averages 26, 13, and like 3 blocks a night. 3.5 blocks a night. What do you mean he doesn't dominate every game? He averages 26, 13, and 4. Like, you just don't watch the games. I'm not even that big of a Wemby guy because I think he's super injury prone. He's going to have injury issues his whole career, but like when he's on the floor, he's dominating every night. Oh, man. What a win. What a win. Big one. Big one. What's up, DeLuca? Feels good to get revenge on you here tonight. Feels good to get revenge on you tonight, DeLuca. Oh, wait. This is the other super chat that Pigeon Base sent. He just sent another 5 I want to get on screen. What a win. What a win. Feels good to get one back on New York. Heat now improved to 8-6 on the year. New York falls to 8-5. Here's the new super chat. Don't know why the old ones showed up, but still, Pat better than Nico. I think anyone's better than Nico Harrison, to be fair. I don't think that's saying much. Don't know if that's saying much, but what a win. We'll go through some stats real quickly and then sign off here. Once again, it shows the rolling one. I don't get why he keeps on doing that. Mr. Gio with a 5. Get that on screen here in a second. We'll rotate some stats in from this one, though. Ware with a dominant performance, like I mentioned, 16 points, 14 boards, 3 blocks, 7 of 9 shooting. If he could just put this effort every night, he got a good one on their hands. But can you give me that effort every night? I mean, I said that the MVP of the game was Kel'el Ware. Could be rightfully so. I think the other answer would very well be Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell finished this game with 18 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, a couple big-time defensive possessions as well. But the reason why I would say Davion could have a bid here at MVP of the game is because he had a sequence in the middle parts of that fourth quarter where he just went on a tear. And he had, I think 6 points by himself. And that's when the Heat went from down 1 to up 10. When they went on that, 11-1 run, Davion Mitchell was the catalyst for all of that. And his effort defensively as well as his offensive performance in that fourth quarter very well could earn him MVP of the night. Him or Kel'el Ware definitely would be the two. Norman Powell was solid but not great tonight. Didn't make a three, only attempted three. Usually he's up at like 8-9 attempts a night. Shot 45% from the field, which isn't even that bad in the grand scheme of the game. Like 45% isn't bad shooting percentage for a guard. But for him, it's been down because he's usually been so good. But still a pivotal 19 points for him. I think Pelle Larsson deserves a lot of love as well. He just has cemented himself as a solid starter. I have no clue who goes to the bench when Tyler Herro starts. It will probably be Pelle Larsson, and that will be disappointing. Could be Davion Mitchell as well, and they go with Herro, Larsson, and Powell in the starting lineup alongside Wiggins and Bam/Ware when Bam returns. But Larsson is just so damn good. He really is. He got a good one. Also got to show love to Dru Smith, who had 11 points, all of them in the second half. And when the Heat were kind of losing a little bit here, the Knicks were jumping out in front by 5-6 points in that third quarter, late in the third quarter. Dru Smith had 6 straight points himself on a couple threes, finished the game with 11. Really impressed with Dru Smith here in the second half. He was awesome. Simone Fontecchio was also phenomenal in this game. Had 4 threes, 14 points. I would have liked the Heat to close with him over Andrew Wiggins. Pelle Larsson was closing this game and then had a crucial turnover with like 2 minutes to go, and they put Wiggins in, which I think was a mistake. But Fontecchio should have closed. Jaquez was good late, had 13 points off the bench, turned the ball over a lot, played really sloppy and out of control when driving to the rim, which was a disappointing sight, but still a good player, still a good ball player, still a good season. Wiggins was horrible tonight. It was absolutely atrocious. He was so bad. And I tweeted it out. Like, the Heat having him in late could have cost them the game. Thank God it did not. Thank God it did not. He played so bad. But a win is a win. A win is a win, and I'll always celebrate a win. Here was the $5 super chat from Mr. Gio. We won, but we need Bam back. Mr. Gio, couldn't say it better myself. It will open up the Heat offensively, especially with Jaquez not being able to be defended by centers like Mitchell Robinson or Cat going forward. It'll also make Miami a better defensive team, a better rebounding team. I can't wait to Herro and Bam being back. When the Heat are full strength, it's going to be so fun to watch these games because Heat are 8-6 without Herro the entire season and without Bam for, 5-6 games in a row. So when the Heat are fully healthy, I'll be fascinated to see the rotations Eric Spoelstra has for this team, but I'll also be very intrigued to see how they're able to dominate and if they're able to dominate. It's going to be fun. It'll be fun. When Bam and Herro comes back, we'll just be so deep. We'll be so well balanced. I'm excited to see what this team can do when fully healthy. It's going to be very fun and exciting. Heat now 2-1 against the Knicks this year. So at worst, they play again in December. They'll be tied with the Knicks in the season series. And you can't even use the injury excuse because, Jalen Brunson and OG Annunoby didn't play today, but Heat have been without Herro and Bam and Adebayo in these games. So, yeah. By the way, Heat were favored by 1.5 points tonight. 1 by 2. Talk about a line. Talk about a line by Vegas. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stream. Unbelievable game. Appreciate the 15,000 people that tuned in here and watched us tonight. It was an absolute blast. It was an absolute pleasure. We'll have a video out tomorrow, and we'll be live again on Wednesday for Heat Warriors. Jimmy Butler returns to Miami. Second time he'll be playing in Miami since being traded by the Heat. That'll certainly be a fun one. So hopefully you join us for that Wednesday night game where the Heat look to get another win and improve to 9-6 on the year. Peace out, Heat fans. What a win. Go Heat.